WMDs and that he was going to try to nuke England and could nuke England within 45 minutes. And they lied about anthrax and said it was made in a bathtub somewhere. It turned out it was the most weaponized U.S. anthrax, so weaponized it wasn't even known to exist and part of a secret Fort Detrick program. Then they tried to frame 4 patsies. The 4th patsy wouldn't play along, so they took him and drugged him and killed him. And it was a minor footnote that the last guy, who they wouldn't even give a trial, killed himself in a mental institution with over-the-counter Tylenol. And then Dr. David Kelly, the head of the British inspectors, comes out, tells his friends, they've told me they're going to kill me and put me in the woods if I don't shut up. A week later, he's found dead. The police come up, and 4 men in black uniforms run away from the dead body. This is in the British news. And his wrists are slit with no blood. And they say he died from that with no blood there. And all these top doctors who examined him said, no, he was killed. No blood. And he had 2 undissolved pills in his stomach that they'd crammed down his throat after they'd killed him. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, he said they're going to kill me. And people still say, oh, no, he wasn't killed. And it's taken 6-7 years now for over 80% of the Brits to believe he was murdered. Diana, a month before she was killed, gave a videotape to her butler. This is in the British news, saying, Charles told me he's going to kill me in a fake auto accident. A month later, she's dead in a fake auto accident. They keep her there because she wasn't dead in the accident for 45 minutes while they attended to her and then drove slowly to the hospital, and she was dead on arrival. Then she didn't just trust her butler. She gave to friends written letters saying, Charles said he's going to kill me. This would be like if I got on air and said, this person says they're going to kill me this way, and then I'm killed that way. People say, oh, no, he died in an automobile accident. That's how dumb they think you are. And I mean, to go over the evidence at 9/11, we cover it in my film, Martial Law, 911, Martial Law, 911, Rise of the Police State. We cover it in my film, Terror Storm, History of Government-Sponsored Terror. We cover it ad nauseum in Road to Tyranny, all these films. We break it down, but not just 9/11, all these other events. And we told you the Patriot Act would be used against citizens. We told you, and now it is. We told you TSA would start being on the streets. Now they are, because they told us they would do all of this. And Ventura has a lot of courage. I don't agree with everything. I don't agree with the arguments I've had with him in private that, well, I haven't seen God, and why would God let all these bad things happen? And so, but I know he's a real guy who really is bona fide. I mean, I know him personally. I spent a lot of private time with him. He's real. And that's got to be admired. It takes a lot of courage for him to get up and say, yeah, Dick Cheney was involved. Now, Corbin never let him get into his evidence, but it's all covered in the book. Jesse Ventura with Dick Russell, 63 documents the government doesn't want you to read. Available at Infowars.com. We've got combo deals with this book where you can get one of my best-selling films for free when you order the book at Infowars.com, along with Big Brother, The Orwellian Nightmare Come True, with Mark Dice and his great work. And please support alternative media. Now, we've got coming up in the last 30 minutes of the next hour, the Liberty Dollar head, Bernard von NotHaus, who I've interviewed many years. He's now been convicted of creating a counterfeit currency, though he publicly said, this is silver. I think we should start bartering in it. The Federal Reserve note is a fraud and bad. So that'd be like if you opened a hamburger place called Bob's and somebody else had a hamburger place called David's, and you advertised that your burgers were bigger and juicier than David's, and then David went after you for copyright infringement saying the name Bob is David. I mean, you know, the whole point is the entire move by the Liberty Dollar over 15 years was to say the dollar's being devalued, get into silver and gold. And you've got countless mints. You've got state governments getting ready to issue their own silver and gold. And you're allowed to do that. You're allowed to engage in barter. But this is a big court case. And they said in the court case, I have the AP, that he was a terrorist. And the Southern Poverty Law Center ran out and said, yes, he's a terrorist. He's horrible. He's bad. He deserves it. So that's now terrorism. And you heard Peter Schiff in the first hour saying this is a move against alternative, real silver and gold-backed currencies because the dollar's plunging today. Oil has had its super spike that is now intensifying. Gold skyrocketed, silver skyrocketed. To give us the numbers as we go to break, Ted, where is silver and gold right now?
Well, hang on a second. Let me just refresh here real quick. Okay, silver hit a high today of 39.25. Gold hit a high of 14.55. Silver currently right now 39.14. Gold is at 14.51.50. So very strong. I mean, for Ben Bernanke to come out and say there's no inflation except for in commodities, which, I mean, what else do people need? We need our food. We need our shelter, clothing. I mean, it's just absolutely asinine what he's coming up with here to say that we don't have problems. I mean, obviously there's big problems. I mean, Portugal is going so far down the way that the insurance to cover Portugal.
Now they're saying Spain's going down. And again, what's the answer? Give the bankers trillions of European and American tax money. That's what Bernanke for years fought, was that most of our trillions of dollars of taxpayer money went to Europe, and then private corporations like MSNBC, at the time owned by General Electric, and the head of General Electric now is the head of the Economic Council, getting waivers for all his coal plants and shutting down his competition. And Obama's people get waivers on not having to buy insurance. So that'll shut down their competition. I mean, this is total lawless criminality. And now they're saying, hey, we might want to go after people that have gold and silver. Well, you know what? Great. You don't just give into that fear. You know you get the gold and silver because they're starting to creep towards going after it. But you heard Ron Paul earlier in the hour. He said they're not going to get our gold and silver. Let me tell you a little story. My mom's grandfather owned a car dealership in Dallas. He didn't turn his gold in. We'll be right. He told Roosevelt, take a hike.
$3.49, $3.59, $3.79. How much pain at the pump can you handle? Ease your pain now. Did you know you can increase gas mileage by 25 to 45% or even as high as 60% by adding water? Go to SaveYourGasMoney.com and learn how you can save an average of $750 to $1,850 per year with our hydrogen on-demand technology. Running our hydrogen gas through your engine is the equivalent of using 140 octane fuel. See how it works at SaveYourGasMoney.com. We have 2 complete systems for all cars, trucks, and SUVs for gas and diesel engines. Our gas-saving stainless steel units install easily in about 2 hours with no engine modifications and no extra parts needed. It's completely safe, American-made, requires no maintenance, comes with a lifetime warranty, great technical support, and same-day shipping. Visit SaveYourGasMoney.com or call 888-887-9981. That's 888-887-9981. Ease your pain at the pump with SaveYourGasMoney.com.
Hi, this is Alex Jones. Did you know that the global elite are now storing non-hybrid seeds in secret storage vaults near the Arctic Circle? Did you know that in a real meltdown, non-hybrid seeds can become more valuable than silver or gold? It's true, seeds have outperformed even gold and silver before in this country, and it's possible that it could even happen again. So our friends at Solutions from Science have put together the perfect mix of non-hybrid seeds. They call it a survival seed bank, and it can produce an endless supply of nutrient-dense food for you and your family. And here's the best part. These seeds have not been genetically modified in any way, and you actually get enough seeds to plant a full-acre crisis garden. So visit them today at survivalseedbank.com. That's survivalseedbank.com, or give them a call at 877-327-0365. That's 877-327-0365. Remember, in a real crisis, non-hybrid seeds are the ultimate barter item. This is Alex Jones for survivalseedbank.com.
Are you still a traditional smoker? Now experience a new lifestyle and try vaping with e-cigarettes by LeSig. Imagine no ashes, stains, nasty smell, or coughing and hacking. With LeSig e-cigarettes' revolutionary microelectronic technology, rechargeable battery, and unique replaceable cartridge, you'll get all the benefits and satisfaction of smoking without the hazards. Choose your taste from a wide variety of our new American-made vape-free e-liquids at LeSig.com. And LeSig smokes the competition by serving thousands of worldwide customers with real people customer service, fast, free, same-day shipping, and a 30-day warranty and satisfaction guarantee. So are you ready for a new vaping lifestyle? Then call 870-518-4307. That's 870-518-4307. Or visit LeSig.com, spelled LECIG.com. LeSig e-cigarettes for today's modern smoker.
One small correction. This is the type of mistakes I make. I always get names crossed. It's not Norman Panetta. It's Norman Moneta was the head of transportation and witness Cheney's stand down. We're going back to Ted Anderson, and then I'm going to open the phones up for the first 30 minutes of the next hour with a lot of key news ahead of Mr. NotHaus joining us to talk about his conviction for evil silver dollars. Up at GCNlive.com, guess whose wife owns a chain of clinics specializing in drug tests? We're going to be breaking that down later in the next hour, and then the government's pushing to make you get those drug tests. Also, Jesse Ventura exposes 911 stand-down order. Steve Watson's latest article at GCNlive.com. Why did the Fed bail out the Bank of Libya? GCNlive.com. U.S. companies shrink packages as food prices rise. Ron Paul was talking about that earlier, and so was Schiff. That's GCNlive.com. EPA to raise limits on radiation exposure while Canada turns off fallout detectors. That's at GCNlive.com. Ron Paul, the Fed undermines policy. That's GCNlive.com. And a lot more. Going back to Ted Anderson, and we're going to cover some of that news coming up in the next hour in more detail. Ted, look, I called you this morning, and I said, listen, you're offering $3 silver, and with silver at $39, what's 3 times 39, that's almost $120. In most places, they're going for 44 because there's got to be markup added. A lot of these have numismatic value. In fact, the ones you have do as well. And you get the free shipping in 3 of my films. That's got over $170 value for $110. But you did, this is silver you bought when it was lower. You are about to sell out. You're extending it one more day. It'll go up a little in the next few days, still be a great deal. But tell folks about the different specials you've got, Ted.
Well, that's just it. I mean, your Endgame video, everybody's wanting to know what's going on with the Fed. Get Endgame, and you get 3 of those videos. That's one of them, and you get $3 silver to go with it. I mean, obviously, Alex, I can't keep selling this stuff at 110 delivered. And, you know, silver dollars are trading well over $40 a piece. They cost me a lot more than that to buy. I just, you know, I need to say, if you're procrastinating, my gosh, get into silver and get into it now. I mean, the commodity prices are rising. Gold, $14.55.30. I mean, the Frank coin at $3.11 and getting a full year subscription to the International Forecaster. I mean, it's like going back to $600 gold. That's a really good buy.
I mean, Ted, just to be clear, though, you're selling these coins at basically $31 a piece, and silver is where today?
Well, silver right now is trading at $39.21. It's seen a high today of $39.25.
Okay, so these are silver dollars selling everywhere else $40, $42, $44. You're selling them for $31 a piece with the free shipping on top and the 3 films on top. So that's over $170 value for $110. Here's the number, folks, 800-686-2237, 800-686-2237. You also have the $20 value, Creature from Jekyll Island. Even if you already know all about the Federal Reserve, folks, give it to somebody because you're getting the silver dollar at below cost with the free book on top. How much is that deal?
Yeah, well, $31, I mean, just do the math. I mean, the book itself, if you go to Barnes & Noble, you're going to pay $24 for the book. Silver dollars right now are over $40. I mean, it's simple. We're delivering them for $31. I need to change that, but I've got commercials running all across the United States. And frankly, I'm so impassioned by trying to bring down the Fed, I feel like I should just keep doing it.
Yeah, I'll just be honest. I mean, Midas has a lot of great deals, but internally, the brokers think you're crazy. And I know why you're doing this. You shot a national TV ad a year ago, and and the deal was good then. Now it's a bad deal. You're going to have to pull those TV ads. You're going to have to stop this, Ted. But it's still going today. 800-686-2237. There's a whole list of radio specials on gold, silver, silver half dollars, 5th ounce gold coins, ounce coins, maple leaves, buffaloes. There's a whole list. Tell them it's the Radio Alex Jones special to get the lower prices. Even if you got the regular price, it's very competitive. But these deals are, well, they're insanely good. 800-686-2237. Get silver at below spot, like $8 below spot, with free shipping and videos.
You are listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
Hundreds of nations have fallen to tyranny in the last century alone. This is our last chance to not relive history.
As we're finishing off this agenda, they'll be pulling the rug from underneath Americans at home.
We have tremendous influence on our president and Congress, and they really are calling the shots.
I think it's incumbent upon all of us as American citizens to pay attention.
Fall of the Republic identifies the enemies of our nation, the criminal offshore cartel held